Okay, so you know how we're always diving into these fascinating topics, right? Well, get ready for one you might not expect: braces. And no, not just for teenagers anymore.
Exactly. It's becoming way more common for adults to get braces these days.
Which is interesting because you kind of think of braces as this rite of passage, like awkward middle school photos and all that. But we're seeing a real shift.
Yeah, I mean, it used to be all about straightening teeth just for cosmetic reasons, but now we're realizing how much it impacts, like, your whole mouth. Jaw alignment, bite correction, things that affect your overall health.
It's like we finally get to prioritize ourselves after years of braces being a teenager thing, right? But I have to admit, when I hear braces, I still picture those clunky metal tracks from my middle school days. Thankfully, it seems like those days are long gone. Invisible braces, clear aligners. It's overwhelming, all these options. What's the deal with these different types of braces?
Well, it all comes down to this. Adults have different needs and priorities. You can't be giving a big presentation at work with a mouthful of metal, right? So that's where these advancements come in.
So instead of one size fits all, it's more like find the braces that fit your lifestyle.
Exactly. We've got lingual braces, which are hidden behind your teeth, so they're practically invisible. And then there are ceramic braces, which are less noticeable than metal ones because they blend in with your teeth.
And then there are the clear aligners, right? Like
Hmm.
Invisalign. Those seem super popular.
Yeah. Those are great for people who want a really discreet option. Basically, you wear a series of clear, removable aligners that gradually shift your teeth into place.
Okay, so lots of options, which is great. But let's be real. This variety probably comes with a hefty price tag, right? Braces aren't exactly a routine expense for most of us adults,
Yeah, you're definitely right to think about the cost. It's a significant investment.
because I'm sure there are always those sneaky hidden fees lurking in the fine print.
It's not necessarily about hidden fees, but you do want to be clear on what's included. The price range for braces can be anywhere from, say, $2,500 to upwards of $8,000.
Whoa, okay, that's a pretty wide range.
It is, and it depends on things like what kind of braces you're getting, how long you need treatment, and even where you live. But that cost usually covers your initial consultation, the braces themselves, adjustments throughout the process.
So you're not just paying for the hardware, it's the whole shebang.
Right. And your retainers afterward, too, don't forget those. Those are important for keeping your teeth in their new positions.
Okay, so that makes sense. It's like buying a car. Sure, there's the sticker price, but then there's also insurance, maintenance. Things can add up. And speaking of insurance, is that even a possibility for adults? It feels like those benefits expire the second we graduate high school.
You know, you're not wrong to be skeptical about insurance. Sadly, most insurance plans don't cover adult braces, or if they do, it's very limited.
They probably see it as cosmetic, right? Like getting a nose job or something.
Exactly. Unless there's a really compelling medical reason, they're not likely to foot the bill. But, and this is a big, but some plans do offer partial coverage, or you might have benefits you're not even aware of, so it's always worth checking.
Like maybe digging through that stack of paperwork they send you or calling them up and asking directly.
Definitely. You never know what you might find. But even if insurance is a no-go, there are often financing options and payment plans available. Don't let the upfront costs deter you from at least exploring your options.
That's good to know. Now, one thing I found interesting in the research was this whole idea of age limits. Are you telling me there's no cutoff? Like, I could be celebrating my 60th birthday with a brand new set of pearly whites.
Chuckles. You absolutely could. Age isn't really a barrier anymore. We're seeing people in their 70s and 80s getting braces. Of course, there are some things to consider as we get older.
Like what? Our bones turn to dust and we just crumble.
Not quite. But our jawbones do stop growing after a certain age, and our bone density changes over time. But honestly, the biggest factor is the health of your teeth and gums. If your mouth is in good shape, age is less of a barrier than you might think.
Wow. That's really amazing to hear. It's like no matter your age, there's still a chance for a healthier, straighter smile. It's like
Mm.
our mouths are little ecosystems. We never think about how one thing being off can affect everything else. Kind of like when I got my car's alignment fixed, made a huge difference.
Perfect analogy. And ignoring those issues can snowball, right? Just like with your car, putting up with bite problems can impact your health, especially as you age.
Okay, you've convinced me straight teeth, A&D, a healthier me. I'm sold. But where do I even start? Do I march into an orthodontist's office and demand invisible braces?
It's great to be informed, but it's not about picking braces off a menu. The most important step is a consultation.
So finding an orthodontist you connect with is key.
Absolutely. They'll assess your needs, examine your teeth, and give you a realistic picture of what's possible. It's like a test drive.
You wouldn't buy a car without one. So finding an orthodontist who listens and explains things clearly is important. But what about adults having fewer treatment options than, say, teenagers? Is that true?
It's not about being too old. It's more about how our jaws change. Younger jaws are more flexible. Adult bones are denser and our jaws have settled. Doesn't mean change is impossible, though.
So it's about working with what you've got. What about those extreme cases? Like someone who's lived with a bad bite for years.
It's less about a case being too far gone and more about understanding the limitations. Sometimes we combine braces with other procedures, like jaw surgery in complex cases.
So even if someone's been thinking it's too late, there's still a good chance for improvement.
Absolutely. It's never too late to invest in your oral health. And remember, we're not just talking about straight teeth. It's about improving your bite, how your jaw functions, maybe even getting rid of headaches. Those things can be related to your teeth too, you know?
This has been eye-opening. I used to think braces were just for looks, but it's way more than that.
It's about feeling good, feeling confident, and enjoying things like, eating without pain.
Honestly, this whole conversation has been eye-opening. I bet there are folks listening who've been putting off that call to the orthodontist, and this was the little nudge they needed.
I hope so. It's all about feeling empowered to make those choices about your health.
And speaking of choices, we've talked a bit about cost, which we know is a big factor.
Yeah.
But we only gave some general ranges, right?
Right. Those were just starting points.
So no escaping that price tag talk with the orthodontist.
Think of it more like a conversation than a scary verdict. A good orthodontist will work with you to find solutions, discuss payment options, and really try to make it work.
I like that, finding solutions. And that kind of sums up this whole thing, doesn't it? Adult braces aren't one size fits all. There's a lot of personalization.
It's true. We're taking all your individual needs into account. Maybe you want to improve your bite, or maybe you just want to smile in photos without feeling self-conscious. Everyone's different.
It is about finding the thing that fits you perfectly. Like when you're getting glasses, you want the right frames, the right prescription, everything.
And just like those glasses, when you find that perfect fit with your orthodontic treatment, it can be honestly life-changing.
I love that. So to everyone listening, if you've been living with a smile that's not quite right or a bite that's a bit off, or you just feel hesitant about your teeth, don't wait. There's so many options out there now.
Think about this. If you could wave a magic wand, what would your ideal smile look and feel like? How would you want your teeth to fit together? How would you want your jaw to feel? That's the starting point for a conversation with an orthodontist.
Such a great point to end on. If you're feeling inspired, don't wait. Reach out to an orthodontist, get that consultation booked, and take that first step toward a healthier, happier smile. Until next time, keep exploring, keep asking questions, and keep those smiles shining bright.